We are not allowed to have fun anymore. The moment you share anything on social media, whether it's about your hobby, your favorite show, maybe you want to share a video that you made, literally anything, people are so quick to call you the most vulgar things in the comments and wish death upon your entire family simply because you like Dandy's World, Has-Been Hotel, or you shared a cringe animation. Social media, mostly TikTok, has gotten so hateful and so vulgar over the last couple of years, and it's insane how comfortable people are with making these sorts of comments on strangers' videos that they don't even know. So that's why in this video, I want to take a look at a few of these so-called cornball posts to show you guys how insecure these people actually are. And everything you see on screen here was what I found in like 1 hour of scrolling on TikTok.
This afternoon.
This is what I don't understand, because this is just like an animation trend. It's like an animation meme. With a lot of like the animation memes, they're like a scenario. You have a certain scenario that plays out in a certain way. Personally, in my opinion, I don't find this cringe in any way. Yeah, I know that it's like an over-exaggerated scenario, but the animation in itself isn't actually bad. Like, I get like frothing at your mouth and taking your clothes on and so on might be like a little bit over dramatized or like overreaction. But apart from, why would you make fun of this? Like, for me, in my case, this is just a good animation.
Oh, thank you.
VTuber nerd gets rotated. Oh my God, bro. So we know that VTubers in general, VTubers are very loud. They have their personalities. The VTubers that I know is like, you know, cheapy dokey. And I know like you have Iron Mouse and so on. Iron Mouse has also been like underneath a lot of fire because of their song. But what he's doing in this case here is just like normal convention banter. Usually when you go, I have been to several conventions, both in like my country, in the US and so on. And people usually come out of their shell when they go to conventions. They are like maybe a little bit more forward. They're like a little bit more extroverted, if that makes sense in any way. So for this, in this case here, he's probably just making a joke. Maybe he knows the VTuber, or maybe he thought this was funny. This is not really a cornball sort of moment. This is a moment that is probably taken out of context, where people are just dunking on this guy for absolute zero reason. T is actually so corny. Again, it's just... Imagine having a passion and a skill set. Imagine being so talented, then you can create these sorts of animations here, and you can like be a part of the different fandoms and communities that you want. And people are just calling you cringe and a cornball for just doing something that you enjoy. And even here on the right here, insulting Gumball, really? Yeah, Gumball is such a corny show, bro. Who would ever watch TS? You're saying TS while calling this cornball behavior? I don't understand it. Cornball is genuinely a good show. I have watched Cornball. I have watched Gumball, Adventure Time, regular show, and low-key, that's what I didn't really grow up with it. I grew up with like Ed, and Eddie Count Chicken and so on. But personally, if you just want to watch a good show with a good story, it's perfect. Even like the newer season of Gumball is also really good. They do have like the one Skippity joke that I'm not really a fan of, but they are making fun of Skippity in that video itself. From what I've seen in the context, in that one bit, they're basically saying, oh, we gotta appeal to the younger audience. How do we appeal to the younger audience? And that's why they turn into Skippity. So they are mocking the younger audience, but people take it only at face value and be like, ah, that's so cringe, dude. Wow, Gumball really fell off. When they are mocking you, and then you are mocking the show because you don't understand it, if that makes sense.
I don't got any money. Can I borrow some money?
Real quick though, like going out in public and doing this, you gotta have like a huge set of balls. Like everything that I do inside in my like little office in my little world here. I have been recording like a couple of things outside when I do like some unboxing videos, or when I like travel to different countries, I do like a couple of recordings. But full on makeup, I would not call this cornball behavior. Full on makeup, full on cosplay, going out in public, yeah, this can be kind of annoying. This reminds me of like, oh, the mall is about to close. We're like in the middle of the evening. There's not a whole lot of people in here. Of course, if it was crowded, I do understand it. But it seems like he chose a time where you didn't have a whole lot of people so you wouldn't annoy as many as possible.
I don't got any money.
Nuke the whole generation.
Jesus Christ, man.
On the whole generation.
And all of that just because like a single meme. And so someone down here is like, Juicy Jacob hate, I'm in. Why would you again hate on a certain individual just because they make memes and jokes? You can call me corny sometimes. I know I make a lot of stupid jokes and a lot of dumb jokes and a lot of repeated jokes, but it shouldn't really be this bad that we're talking about nuking an entire planet or nuking an individual or wishing harm upon people just because they act a certain way online.
Don't worry, I cooked up something good. Without further ado, here is my contender for the last meme of 2025. Green bean, what you mean? Hell no! What you guys?
Never ever post a video again. Never ever post a video again. Never ever post a video again.
So the thing with Small Rant is a satire channel, a satire account. I believe there is beef between him and his actual mother or like a fake mother, but Small Rant is 1,000,000% a parody account. And when people make videos like this, they are falling for the bait. They are falling for the engagement bait in this case here. When they are making videos either, you know, saying, never post again, stop posting, delete your account and all that kind of stuff. Even like, you can see the entire comment section just like full of green bean, what you mean? And then there's like a little lewd drawing here of Small Rant, which I don't understand. But people are mostly just, nah, bro, this is tough. They're actually agreeing. They're agreeing with me in the comments here. They're like, this is tough. We like this. This is cool. When there's one guy or like a certain individual be like, yeah, you know, this sucks. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean that turns them into a cornball or like a bad individual.
Cornball. It's so corny. Insert slime talk picture. Respectfully,
Shut up. Yeah.
Everything is corny nowadays. At this point, I guess being corny is a compliment and a good thing. They always say Sibao for the coolest people on universe. Like, how do you not see how cool they are? I'm a proud cornball. And I don't care about being called cringe. I love being called cringe or corny. I'm a weirdo.
Now, the term corny and cornball is mostly when you are cringe and cringe behavior. When you are cringe, that means you are doing, posting, participating in things that make people feel uncomfortable. You cringe, you kind of like, you shrivel up in like a little ball and you're like, ugh, there's like a comment down here. Screw that guy. You basically shrivel up into a little ball whenever you cringe, essentially. And the slime talk in itself, like the slime background it's very overused for these sort of rant videos, but this is also like a trend in itself. When people they have their OC character or their PNG in the corner while you have like just a slime video or ASMR in the background, that is usually the trend for these kind of videos here. But this statement I do agree with, that if you are a part of any fandom, if you like Battle for Dream Island, Animations, Has-Been Hotel, Dandy's World. Now, I know there's a lot of drama about Dandy's World. I don't play the game myself, but what I've seen from videos and screenshots, it's just a kid's game on Roblox. What is the whole deal with it? But people are also very vocal when it comes to Has-Been Hotel, Hell of a Boss. Personally, myself, I have watched both shows. They're good animations. Don't get me wrong, but the entire theme and them swearing all the time is not really something that I enjoy in the kind of videos, movies, and shows that I watch. But I wouldn't go out and call Has-Been Hotel or Battle for Dream Island or any sort of like object show corny. I would just say, hey, you know what? It's not really something that I enjoy. I'm just gonna move past it and not watch it. The same thing kind of like with Iron Lung. Iron Lung has been under a lot of debate recently because you kind of have a split audience. There are people that love Iron Lung, and then there are people that hate Iron Lung. And those groups are basically going to battle against each other because those who love Iron Lung will call other people out for saying, oh, you have TikTok attention span, you have ADHD, you can't sit for a movie for 2 hours, grow up, get a life. But then the other ones be like, oh, you're just accepting a bad movie. You're watching a movie from a YouTuber. The movie is bad on purpose. It's drawn out. It's boring. They're like constantly in battle with each other. While I can see both perspectives, as someone who is a professional videographer, I have a 5-year education in movie, film, and TV production. I know how a movie is structured. I may seem like a cornball. I may seem like a cringe guy. I may seem just like a regular YouTuber, check my room and so on. But I have an actual 5-year education in movies, film, and TV. I know how a movie should be structured. I know the point of no return. I know how character development is made. I know exactly what makes a movie interesting, how you follow a specific model in order to like make a movie enjoyable, make a movie good. And while Iron Lung in itself, the movie Iron Lung is amazing, but in my personal opinion, I feel like it's a little bit drawn out. There is a lot of shots where Simon is just navigating the submarine, you're looking at the different pipes on the wall. We could easily cut down between like 20 to 30 minutes and still get the feel, but those 20 to 30 minutes will try and give you a sort of like phobia, like claustrophobic. You're trapped in this iron lung here with Markiplier. Even though you're like a fly on the wall, you are a viewer watching this movie. The movie wants to give you a sense of you are actually trapped down here. You are left for dead, and this was a schmooshmite mission from the start, and there's no way out. I know there was like a little bit of a sidetrack, but again, that is how the comment section and the different social medias are reacting to. When you enjoy something, you will be shut down, and when you hate something, there's also people that will shoot you down instantly. I saved you the purple one.
Guys, I think this is an anime, but how is a grown man eating crayons supposed to be funny? And if you... Like, I know humor is subjective, don't get me wrong, guys. And fun police, yeah, no, I'm the fun police. I can't have fun in my life. I'm broke, bored, and sad, so I can't really have fun, so cope. But I don't understand how grown men eating crayons is supposed to be funny.
All jokes right, I would hide my face as well if I had this take. The joke is, it's Gojo, and he saved you the purple one. Why is the purple funny? Because hollow purple. The entire meme about eating crayons, I get that it's I don't know where it originated from, but eating crayons has been like a funny thing for like for a long time. This is, once again, it's an animation, it's a trend, it's, oh, I am a part of the JJK fandom, and right now there is a trend about, you know, I saved you a certain type of crayon. Well, I'm gonna do that with Gojo because I'm part of the fandom. And then because you use your, like, this takes actual talent. Like, this isn't AI generated. This is like literally animated. So when you use your talent and your creativity to make something like this, people just straight up shoot you down. Someone is like, it's so corny, bro. Some anime fans are so corny. JJK fandom has to be the worst. How is a grown man supposed to... Okay, that's actually kind of funny. Like, the comment section on TikTok itself has just devolved into straight up slander and hateful comments. Again, you can't enjoy anything. You can't create anything. You literally cannot have any sort of fun online. Otherwise, people, they will literally just try and take you down as much as possible. The same with this one here. I watched K-Pop Demon Hunter. I like it. It's a good-ass movie. I bought the soundtrack on vinyl. The art style is amazing. It gives me Spider-Verse kind of vibes. We can talk about the entire story of like demon K-pop hunters. The story in itself is a very feel-good story. You have this K-pop group. If you guys haven't seen the movie, spoiler by the way, you have this K-pop group. You have the entire like demon, heaven and hell and so on, where you're supposed to like seal. I'm just gonna say Hunmun because it makes it easier. You're gonna seal the Hunmun in order to like keep the demons or the devils out of like Earth, for example, and them overcoming their obstacles, overcoming their fears. Like, it's a very cliche story. We have seen this in kids movies so many times before. We have the protagonist where something happens, they get to a point in their life where their entire world changes, and then they gotta overcome those obstacles and basically become the hero of the story. Then they finally win. We have a good ending, a good conclusion. That's it. That's essentially the same with K-pop Demon Hunters. The reason why I love it is because how creative they are, the expressions on the characters, how they can transform all of these like 3D models into all of these funny faces here. I like the GIFs. Don't get me wrong though. Like, all of these faces are insanely hilarious, but then people be like, nah, this is cornball. This is cornball shit. I don't get why you can't like anything online anymore. K-pop Demon Hunters is peak. Dude, K-pop Demon Hunters, I would say K-pop Demon Hunters is very much overhyped, but it's not necessarily a bad movie. And I know I kind of feel like an unk sometimes. I know when The Amazing Digital Circus came out, a fandom spawned within 12 hours. I'm not even kidding. When the first episode of The Amazing Digital Circus came out, a fandom spawned. 12 hours later, they had like fan art, they had ships, they had everything. And I was feeling like an unk at the moment. I was like, all right, this sucks, dude. I don't really like this one because I don't understand it. But in this case, when we're just looking at a piece of media, like a movie. When you look deeper into it, when you actually decide, okay, instead of hating on this, why don't I sit down and try to watch the movie and see if I can enjoy it? And when you actually watch the movie, you may end up enjoying it, which means that you'll find out, oh shit, this isn't actually bad media. It's actually enjoyable. And then you go away from making all of those comments here. But that was what I mentioned it before. People take things from face value. If they only see the images, the memes, and so on, they will start hating on it. The same like this guy down here says, this is a movie for kids, by the way. Yeah, so why are people arguing about it? Why are people calling it corny when it is a movie for children? We even have someone down here saying worse than Turning Red. Now, I haven't seen Turning Red, but I know that it got a lot of controversy as well for a lot of scenes in it. I can't really comment on that, but from what I've seen, Turning Red was a box office flop. Emotes will all be hitting this year.
Barbecue chicken alert.
This trend gotta be the corniest shit on the pit. I mean, I like the room though. Like, God forbid anyone with their own personality, their own style, like deck out their room and have fun. Like, just look at my room. I have like the buff guy from Shucks Does Bad Things guy in the background. I have like the bucket from Stanley Parable. I have Sin from Murder Drones. In the other part of my background, I got a Freddy Fazbear trash can. I got Spongy from Battle for Dream Island. Why can't we just allow to express ourselves and have fun and like showcase? Like, the reason for social media, why social media works, is because you have people with passion and dedication that loves telling you about what they like, what they enjoy. If this guy likes hitting moves and making emotes and making, like, I did the same on TikTok like 5 years ago. On TikTok, how I basically started was I made trends. Like, I followed the meme sounds, I made funny videos, I made funny poses, funny dance, and so on. And this is the same with this guy. Maybe he may be like the next Corey Kenshin. Maybe he may be like the next Mr. Beast. I mean, it kind of sounds stupid, but you know what I mean, right? There is a lot of potential when it comes to fostering a community or sharing content or making things that you want and sharing your own personality with the public. But then once you do, again, like if we go like 5 years back, people were mostly positive. 10 years back, people were always positive. Now, you can't do anything and people just, again, death threats. They start mocking you. They're vulgar. They say nuke the entire planet just because of a single dance move. And, dude, Jesus, I just talked about it. Insufferable starter pack. What I don't get about this one is why is no AI in here? I'm gonna take this as the last one. The bird cat meme is fine. Battle for Dream Island, banger. K-pop Demon Hunters is banger. The pins is not really something that I use. I think I bought one for like my girlfriend at a convention at some point. Roblox is not bad. The Sorp cat is funny. Pipples is a little bit overused, but I wouldn't call Pipples corny or insufferable. I would just say Pipples came and went. Pipples was funny, now it's gone, and it's not funny anymore. Dandy's World, I really can't talk about. But AI, I understand if the insufferable starter pack would be AI, but when it's no AI, what's the problem with that? I know that people, they make a lot of memes and a lot of trends, and we have like Sora. There's a lot of AI slop going around on YouTube and TikTok and like basically every single social media platform. But what I said before about the Amazing Digital Circus, where I was an unk, when a fan base suddenly spawned out of nowhere, I was like, this kind of sucks, you know, what is all this hype about? I'm like negative in that case. And I feel like it's kind of the same here. When we have all of this AI slop appearing, and then we have a large group of individuals talking about why AI is bad for artists, for creators, for people in the future, for jobs, for the workspace, why AI is based and created on stolen content. Then when you have that sort of like uprising of people, then everybody who isn't an artist, everybody who isn't creative, they'll be like, yeah, get a load of this guy over here, because they aren't a part of the club, part of the party, if that makes sense. Yeah, but no AI is good, trust me. Oh my, and then people are, Jesus Christ, so uncreative. And that is the thing. People that use AI don't have any creativity. I think this is gonna be a little bit like, not controversial, but it's gonna sound hypocritical. I've made a couple of AI videos on this channel here with Sora AI. And when it comes to memes in itself, even though that AI is based on everything it can scrape on the internet, when it comes to memes, I feel like it's fine. When it's just for like a funny social media post, that doesn't really hurt anything. Where AI hurts is when jobs are being replaced, people are being replaced, when companies decide to use AI instead of people, because when companies use AI, they are using the artworks from millions instead of hiring someone to do a better job. AI slop also looks absolutely terrible. So people who just use AI in general are uncreative. But what I wanted to get back to is, for the Sora videos, I stopped making those videos because of a couple of things. The first thing, they don't really have an algorithm, so you can't sort by the best and the funniest. And the second thing, a lot of people, when they prompt the AI, they just give it surface level prompts. Stanley steps on a Lego, Goober explodes, Stanley is run over by a car, Stanley is pushed out of an airplane. They don't give it a coherent story, like a good storyline. And that is why people are so uncreative, because it's just only surface level and you let the AI dictate the rest of the video, the rest of the joke, and that is why all of it just straight up falls flat. Yes, I draw any form of digital art. How do you know? By the way, this person made Italian brain rot rule 34. And so what, dude? So it's fine when Dives and Juno and Max makes suggestive animations or just makes a funny animation with sexual characters. That's totally cool because people are like, oh my god, I want to go into that shit. It's fine when you can find something that is like sexual for your pleasure, right? But when someone makes something creative, something funny that they enjoy, even this is like Gacha Life, I believe the first one is Gacha Life and the second one is like animated in itself, then suddenly it's cornball, then it's unfunny. I can't goon to this, so it's cringe. Are we being, I know I sound like a negative Nancy right now. I sound like I'm a very angry guy, but the reason why I want to make this video is because I am so tired that people cannot, you know, not unfold themselves, that people cannot spread their wings, they cannot be creative, they cannot make the content that they want to do. Even when I do like my meme content on the main channel, people be like, bro fell off, bro used to be so funny, Stanley. Like, I am so tired that we can't just like be allowed to create. I grew up with the sentiment of, if you have nothing good to say nothing at all. And I feel like that sentiment has disappeared over the years because people can be anonymous behind the screen. You can say whatever you want to without any sort of like repercussions, without any consequences. So people will literally spew the most violent shit ever and be like, yeah, I did good today, guys. And it's getting to a point where it is so tiring just going through TikTok, watching videos, and then people are reposting a video where they're calling someone a cornball just because they made an animation meme.
We can't have a life without being called cornball. Do you watch anime?
Cornball.
Do you play Roblox? Cornball. Are you breathing? Cornball. Do you have a life? Guess what? You're a cornball.
And you can see, right, this is like the same trend as before where we have like someone's OC in the corner and we have like an ASMR slime video in the background. This is just how the format is made. It's the same with like the format for a Mr. Beast video, a format for a You'll Laugh You Lose video, a meme video, a show. This is just how it's set up and they just follow the format. But this is something that I do agree with. Once again, I've said it before, once you share your personal preferences online, when you share your favorite show, your favorite hobby, apparently you're just a cornball because you are part of a certain fandom.
I feel a bit more like myself.
And it's just Tomodachi life. I feel like these MFers have never... The guy who made Saibao memes in 2025 and won't admit the damn thing isn't fun anymore. People who hasn't played Tomodachi Life literally has no life. I have a 3DS. I didn't really grow up with it, but when I got a 3DS, I played Animal Crossing, Tomodachi Life. I even played, what is it, Miitopia. Tomodachi Life is a really great game for people who aren't really as social as other people. I played a lot of Animal Crossing during like the quarantine time and when I went to school and so on, because I'm not a social individual. I'm an introvert. So those games actually help me like feel like I'm in a... And people can be like, just be social, bro. Just go into like, just talk to people. It's not really that easy if you don't feel like it, if you're uncomfortable, if you don't want to start a conversation with other people. Just opening up Miitopia or Tomodachi Life or Animal Crossing and having like a conversation or play with your favorite characters is much easier instead of like being, you know, going into a public space and being interactive with other people. So I don't get the hate for Tomodachi Life. It's not really that bad. And I know that this is talking about the Saibao one. Go through every single comment section. If you get a cringe TikTok or if you get like a weird TikTok, go through the comment section and it's full of Saibao.
Okay, if you're a hater, what the hell is your problem?
Second worst meme to come out of 2026. Not even trying to be different. So people can't even be joyous anymore? Noted. Can't even have opinions anymore. Can't even have opinions anymore. Are you seriously talking about yourself not being able to have an opinion when you're clearly judging people for having different senses of humor that is different to us? It's not that deep. That's my problem with opinion pieces. When I first started out doing YouTube, I didn't want to share my opinion because I know that sharing your opinions will basically allow people to call you out of them. If you don't have the same view, if you don't share the same opinion, there are people that will go through hell on earth in order to be as vulgar and cuss you out as much as possible just because you don't like a certain game or a certain community. If I say I don't like Hazbin Hotel, the entire Hazbin Hotel will come after me. If I say that I don't like Dandy's World, the entire Dandy's World community will come after me as well. And that's the problem, that if you express yourselves and you have a bad take on something, people will call you out on that take just because it's your personal opinion.
Whoops. You just caught me and Twin mid-vibe session.
There is nothing, bro, there is nothing wrong with this. Oh my god, once again, it's a goofy.
Whoops.
It's a goofy.
You just caught me and Twin mid-vibe session.
It's literally just a goofy f***ing animation. Like, what is people's problem? I'm like in denial right now. Hot take. If you have any sort of OC, you are generally a dork. It's always the people who have silly cars humor too. Rage bait or rage bait, opinion or opinion. I just said it like 5 minutes ago, like not even 5 minutes ago, that the problem with opinion pieces, with strong opinion pieces like this, is that you have, I mean, this only has like 22 comments, but you can literally have everyone go after you just because you have an opinion like this. And the problem is how you say it. If you have any sort of OC, you are genuinely a dork. It's always the people who have silly cars humor too. If you say, most of the people that I see online who have an OC tend to be complicated or tend to not be as funny as the other things I see. It's all about the wording, dude. If you like fix that a little bit, then it would be way easier. Like, it's easier to have a conversation when you are open to it instead of just straight up attacking the people who create OCs or who express themselves in a certain way. Imagine raising a kid for 14 years just for them to end up like this. Again, what is the Oh my god. So let's go for this like frame by frame. We're talking about regret. Okay, hold on real quick. What the is wrong with Regreterator? I have played Regret. Are we? Bro, I'm actually getting tilted right now. This may just be rage bait. What if this entire video has no purpose because I just fell for 30 rage baits right after each other? So, Regreterator, I have played it before. It's not a bad game. It's Roblox. Roblox is a hub for games. That's totally fine. This is just a meme. I have two sides. We have seen this plenty of times before. Nothing wrong with this. It may not be your cup of tea, but you know what? That's fine. Silly car? That's a silly car. We don't have a problem with silly cars. This is a Roblox avatar. Are we being so for real right now? And again, like this avatar here is like more like early 2000s humor. Like this one over here with the, is it Domo? Domo, I believe. This is how people would dress in like, you know, the early 2000s, like 2004, 2005. No problem with it again. It may be outdated, but no issue. I haven't played Forsaken. And I know that a lot of people in my community on the second channel want me to check out Forsaken. I haven't done it yet, and I also heard that the community could be very toxic, but what is the problem with enjoying a game again? The entire League of Legends community is toxic. The entire Valorant community is toxic. There are so many. The entire Undertale community is toxic. And I'm gonna trigger a lot of people with that right now. I enjoy the content itself. I don't interact with the community, and you are able to do that too. You are able to play a game without talking about it, without interacting with the community. You are allowed to watch a show without interacting with the community. You can interact with a certain piece of media without associating with the community. But the problem is people always associate said media with how the community reacts. Take Undertale and Deltarune. People are going crazy about Deltarune tomorrow. Last year, and also at the start of this year, people always like, Deltarune, give me more Deltarune, feed me more Deltarune. And I understand that people can feel like that is insufferable, that people are annoyed over fans asking for more Deltarune, but that is just because they are passionate about the game. I'm not asking for more Deltarune. I'm waiting for it to drop. I play the game, I say on Twitter, hey, that's a good game, and then I move on.
The person who sent you this
Either likes pancakes or committed a war crime and is requested to
I think at this point I have said enough. Like, even I'm like 40 minutes into this video and I feel like I've repeated myself several times before. The entire moral of this story is like, why are we hating on talented individuals, and why are we hating on people for having a hobby and an interest? Allow everyone else to share their personality and what they like online, and stop just making these sorts of videos. And now you can't even have emojis in your name! Yo, people with emojis as their names is just... Every day, bro. Every day it's something new. Self-diagnosed. I think I have already said it. So because you like Monster, and because you draw, because you know how to animate, because you know how to create something with your life, then apparently you are a self-diagnosed autist? Can I say it like that? It's just so stupid. Like, again, I'm getting so tired of this shit here. Silly Car's daughter. Daughter? Silly Car's daughter, or TS's corny son. Silly Car's daughter. She won't bully other people for their interest. Happy. Which, oh my god, bro. I would much rather have a Silly Car's daughter that wouldn't bully people as well.
I feel like the terms corny and cornball have lost all of their meaning recently, because seriously, those two words used to hold so much power. But as people started using it more and more and more, the word just eventually lost all of its meaning and turned into a buzzword. People just use that word to describe literally anything that they don't like now. The word corny literally is supposed to mean like cringe or something that's cheesy. Now people just call literally anything corny. And it doesn't even have to be something that's cringe or something that's like somewhat cheesy. It's just quite literally anything. And I don't know what kind of started this. I feel like the word corny used to hold so much power behind it. But now it's just like a buzzword that gets thrown around and has absolutely no meaning behind it whatsoever. This is just what happens with these TikTok terms, bro. There will be like a revolutionary term that everybody uses, and then eventually it'll get out to all of those little children who start using it, and then they start using the word incorrectly. And then once the little children start using the word incorrectly, then everybody starts using the word incorrectly. Now the word corny doesn't even have a meaning behind it anymore. This shit reminds me of last summer when we had the phrase "just put the fries in the bag" to insult people, and eventually the phrase "just put the fries in the bag" lost all of its meaning because it got so overused by these same group of little children who are using it the wrong way. If you're going to use a TikTok term, use it the right way.
And that is the final statement that I want to share with you guys. Just because it's a buzzword or it's trending to call someone corny because you watch something that you don't understand, see something that you don't like, doesn't mean that you should do it. Just imagine if someone who is 13, 15, sharing like animation videos, animation memes on their TikTok. And this may sound cringe, but imagine if a 15-year-old is sharing their animation on TikTok and their entire comment section is just like corny images, corny memes, calling them a cornball, calling them corny. You are essentially stopping the next Jaden animation from growing up and creating the sort of content that they want, you know, making a life for themselves, maybe buying a house, getting financial freedom, getting out of a certain place. You are stopping people because if I was this person here and I uploaded videos and my entire comment section was just hateful words and hateful statements all over, why would I continue to upload? Even though I had potential. If I had potential, why would I keep on making content if all that I'm gonna get on my road is just backlash and hate from everyone? So if you want to say something, at least see if you can make it positive or make it sound less hateful and hurtful, like I think, I believe, in my opinion, because that's just gonna make social media a way better place. I know this is a different video from what I usually make here, but I am just so tired of all the shit I see online. Like, you can't post anything without people mocking you. Moral of the story is just allow people to have fun. So, allow people to have fun. If you guys like this, drop a like, subscribe. If you want to see more Yap sessions like this in the future, do me a favor and let me know in the comments. And with that said, I will head out.
I'm gooning!